already. So he's off the Mufasa. He off the. I can't use him for the fantasy no more because my friend is off. So I just done. I gotta find somebody else. Gotta go back to Lenny Kravitz. Looks like there's a new couple in Hollywood. Aaron, Pierre, Teyana. Aaron, Pierre, that's Teyana.
The internet never sleeps, and when it comes to celebrities, one small leak can transform into a global conversation overnight. That is exactly what happened when alleged private messages from Teyana Taylor surfaced online, spreading across platforms like wildfire and leaving fans stunned. Screenshots of direct messages, conversations that were never supposed to be public, were suddenly being dissected by people worldwide. If real, those messages revealed Teyana in one of her most vulnerable states, reaching out to Aaron Pierre, the man who once held her heart, and showing a side of herself that the public had never seen before. What made this moment so powerful was not just the content of the messages, but the contradiction they represented. The world knew Teyana as strong, unshakable, independent, and fiercely confident, yet here she appeared to be pleading for another chance. The scandal spread quickly. At first, there were only whispers, blurry screenshots being passed around in group chats with captions and side-eye emojis. But within hours, the whispers grew into a roar. Suddenly, the story was everywhere. Twitter, threads breaking down each sentence, TikTok videos zooming in on emojis, Instagram fan pages analyzing timestamps, and gossip blogs running headlines that suggested Teyana was begging Aaron to take her back. For many people, that headline alone was enough to stop them in their tracks because no one expected it. The public perception of her had always been one of control, someone who commanded her space and never wavered. But these alleged DMs painted another picture entirely. To understand why the leaks hit so hard, it's important to revisit the story of Teyana and Aaron. Their romance had caught fans off guard from the start. Aaron wasn't the obvious choice. Their chemistry was undeniable, spotted in rumors, whispers, and red carpet moments that fans couldn't ignore. At the time, Teyana had just exited a very public, very messy marriage with Iman Shumpert, and for her to move on so quickly, and with someone as different as Aaron, felt bold and unexpected. In the early months, things seemed to work. They laughed together in videos, held hands in public, shared kisses that paparazzi snapped eagerly, and for a while it looked like Teyana had found peace and stability after chaos. But cracks appeared quickly. Their relationship lived under constant public scrutiny, haunted by comparisons to her past, and burdened with rumors of jealousy, disagreements, and conflicting priorities. Eventually, it fell apart. The breakup was neither clean nor quiet. While both moved on with their separate lives, Aaron focusing on his work, Teyana on her career and children, their connection lingered in the public imagination. Cryptic posts, suspicious captions, and endless speculation kept their story alive long after the relationship ended. So when the DMs leaked, they didn't just read as private words, they reopened a love story that fans were never ready to close. The screenshots at first seemed questionable. Could they have been fabricated? The internet has seen plenty of hoaxes, but as more appeared, the messages began to feel believable. The tone, the phrasing, the timing, all felt like Teyana's voice. And what they allegedly said was raw and emotional. Confessions of regret, admissions of longing, and pleas for reconciliation. One message supposedly read, "I know I messed up, but I can't stop thinking about what we had," while another hinted that she was willing to change whatever she needed to if it meant they could find their way back together. These weren't words of someone unbothered or in control. They were the words of someone who had put pride aside for love. For fans, it was a jarring contrast. The internet reacted the only way it knows how, with chaos. TikTok creators analyzed the screenshots frame by frame, some swearing the typing style matched Teyana's past posts, others claiming it was an elaborate setup to embarrass her. Twitter was even harsher, flooding with memes and jokes about celebrities begging EXEs to return, while defenders pointed out that everyone has weak moments and no one should be shamed for wanting love. Hashtags trended worldwide: hashtag Teyana and Aaron, hashtag leaked hashtag beg for love, with fans debating authenticity, intent, and motive. The question then turned to Aaron. If the DMs were real, who leaked them? Did Aaron expose them himself? Did someone close to him betray his trust? Or was there an outside hacker or opportunist involved? Aaron stayed silent. He didn't issue a denial or confirmation, but fans noticed small details. He liked a cryptic tweet about second chances. He posted a photo with a caption that seemed like a subtle jab. Silence itself became its own statement, and without answers, speculation only grew louder. Teyana eventually responded, but not with clarity. Instead, she posted a cryptic Instagram story that read, "People will believe whatever makes them feel better." It wasn't a direct denial. It wasn't confirmation. It was vague, open-ended, and only deepened the divide. Was she dismissing the messages as fake? Was she admitting they were real but refusing to let the internet control her narrative? Blogs and gossip outlets pounced, dissecting every word and emoji, and readers debated whether she was playing a bigger game by staying ambiguous. Soon, the story grew beyond just Teyana and Aaron. It sparked a wider cultural conversation about privacy in the digital age. How can anyone know what's real when screenshots are so easy to manipulate? How can anyone protect themselves when private words can be captured, shared, and dissected by millions? Within minutes, other celebrities began weighing in. Some shared quotes about self-respect and not begging for love. Others defended Teyana, reminding fans that even the strongest people have vulnerable moments they'd never want exposed. Iman Shumpert's name even trended again, dragged into the storm despite not being involved, as fans speculated how this might affect Teyana's family and her ability to co-parent peacefully. Through all of it, one thing became clear. The leak wasn't going away anytime soon. No one outside Teyana and Aaron truly knows whether the DMs are real, but perception has already shifted. For some fans, the messages humanized her. They made her relatable, a reminder that even powerful women sometimes wrestle with regret and longing. For others, it chipped away at her image, casting her as desperate for a love that had already ended. That duality reflects the reality of the internet age. Once private messages become public, they stop belonging to the people who wrote them. They belong to the crowd. And the crowd doesn't deal in nuance, it deals in memes, hot takes, and viral reactions. The truth becomes twisted, exaggerated, and reinterpreted until it no longer resembles the original. In Teyana's case, this may only be the beginning of another media storm. The internet has claimed her private life as its entertainment, and once that happens, control is almost impossible to regain. What once stayed between two people's intimate thoughts, regrets, confessions can now be immortalized in screenshots and picked apart by strangers across the world. Every silence becomes suspicious. Every post is a clue. Every caption is a headline. In today's hyper-connected culture, the boundary between public and private life is razor thin, and once the door to your personal world is opened online, it never truly closes again. For Teyana, the DMs, whether real or fake, are out there, and the consequences are already unfolding. She isn't just an artist or a celebrity anymore. She is a trending topic, a headline, and a symbol of just how fragile privacy has become. The lesson in all of this is as unsettling as it is simple. In the digital era, once your words escape into the online world, they are no longer yours. They belong to everyone, and they will be judged, reshaped, and remembered forever, whether they were true or not.